We are here with Rick Meitzler, who is the CEO of Novomatic Americas. Welcome back, Rick.
Good to be back. Always fun to come and do an interview with you, Frank.
Well, it's always fun to have you and get an update on the Cubs.
Yeah, it's always next year, as we say.
There is. We Philly fans, there's next weekend.
You guys doing all right? Beat those Braves.
Give us a quick update on what you've done in the past year and maybe where you are and where you hope Novomatic Americas will be in the next year or so.
Well, it's actually been an extremely busy year. We started the year in January. A company called Apex Gaming, we became their official distributor for North America and some other accounts with them. That started January. We took that over, bringing their products in limited markets, but it's a solid product, does extremely well. That was one of the first things we did through an acquisition, asset acquisition. We brought in 2 new distributors. We brought in KGM on the East Coast of the U.S., R2 Gaming, the former distributor for Konami in Canada, to try to bolster that markets as we start to put our products out there. We bought a new building in Chicago area, out in Buffalo Grove, Illinois, where we were renting. We weren't sure, obviously where we were going to be when we grew up here. But we bought a building, 52,000 square foot building. Plans on that are to build machines. So we're starting to hire some of the team to build our own machines there. Because if you order from Austria, it takes you about 6 to 9 months to get. Yeah, so I got to carry a lot of inventory. If we build them here, I got 4 to 6 weeks to build them, so my inventory goes down, and we can deliver a little faster. So that's another one. I think if you didn't see it yesterday, we signed a partnership with Paramex to do HHR. So that was announced yesterday. The press release went out there. So we've been busy trying to build our team and our portfolio to where we can go after a few more type of markets. We're continuing growing. I think we're over 60 employees now in the U.S. and growing. Signed a big deal down in the Caribbean with Caribbean Cage. So it's been a really busy year on that side. And a lot of it is now we're looking to grow. So next year in 2024, when you ask what our plans are, obviously we're going to start going into the HHR. Apex has the Diamond Link coming out, some new cabinets. We're launching that here shortly. We're going to start building our own machines. And just see, we really think, this was a good year. And if you look at it, was more of a little bit of a strange year, but it was from a company perspective from Austria. It was one of our greatest years. It's just been a great year for us. Part of our problem with getting products is we're building a lot of products for everywhere else in the world. So rather than stand in line, we're going to start and build our own. So we really think 2024 is going to be our leap year to really take over and kind of be more Novomatic, where we get a lot of products out there and build a reputation. Obviously, we're chasing the big guys. We're not quite there yet, but we got to pick off a few of the smaller guys and continue to build our brand.
Does chasing the big guys, you obviously made a commitment to growth. Does that mean you intend to be one of the big guys at some point?
That's always been Professor Groff's plan, is to come in the U.S. He's not one that likes to sit back. So we've got a couple of other things we're going to be doing next year. I think you'll see some announcements over the next 6-8 months to kind of grow that plan. But it's if you look at the U.S., it's not something you can really just come in and take over. I mean, it's Aristocrat's done a phenomenal job over it. It took them how many years to get to where they're at. You had to unseat the IGTs, the Light & Wonders, and Konami to that point. You got some great companies coming up with AGS, Blueberry, some of these other little companies, Zetro, us, Gaming Arts. We're kind of in that mix. So we kind of got to get to the top of that heap before we go after the top 3-4 guys.
The growth initiatives, if that's the word, that you've just discussed are all organic. They're all internally created. Is M&A part of that?
M&A is a big part, yeah, obviously, as a private company, and it's a well-funded company. We're just looking for strategic partners. The way Novomatic, if you look at the group of companies that we've done, we try to partner with some of the best guys out there. We don't really try to take them over. We try to work with them, become their partner, and help them build their business that helps us build our business. So through a partnership, we both make money, and that's kind of the growth we do from a Novomatic perspective.
When you talk about manufacturing games here, will you also be designing games here?
Not yet. No design plans. We are looking at more studios. Most of our studios are out of the European theater. You know, we have Poland, we have some in the Balkans, and a lot in Austria, obviously, and some in UK. So we're tapping more into those resources. We just hired a guy by the name of Greg Kalella. I'm not sure if you know Greg. He's an old product management leader from the Bally days and with Konami and most recently with WinBet. And we just brought him on to really kind of streamline our products, not just in the US, but worldwide. You know, how do we, because we got to develop European first and move that into the US. So how do we do that? So bringing somebody on board that really knows the US market, that can work with our studios in Europe and bring some design, different ideas and maybe how we can streamline it to where it works for Europe and us. And that's kind of our strategy on the game design right now.
Talk about M&A, and you mentioned your peers. One of the things that's happened in the gaming industry over the past half dozen years, 10 years or so, is that there's been a proliferation of these smaller companies. You know, there was that fear when we went through this round of consolidations that it would be just the big three and nobody, and the opposite has happened. You know, all these people have bubbled up from the bottom. Yeah. And initially, it's easy to meet with success, but there comes a point where you reach a size where financing growth becomes a question. And that's where you get bought out or you find a way to go public or something like that. I gather basically from what you say that you are going to be, and you've got the financial resources of Novomatic behind you, that you are going to be an acquirer, and some of these other companies that are in that sort of dilemma could be targets.
Yeah, well, when we say, you know, we do strategic targeting. We really don't, we're not going to go after the big splash. That's right. Typically not what we do. Obviously, we got a partnership with Ainsworth is one of our bigger ones. But we try to find partners again and slowly grow. We definitely are a company that does have the resources to grow through acquisition too, through organic and acquisition. You know, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, to come into this market, it cost you a lot of money. Your regulatory is millions of dollars every year. You got to design games. The old Stepper product was very limited. Now it's video. A lot of these studios, you can get studios all over the world can give us content. You're seeing online, if you look at the online gaming, you know, they need 30, 40 titles a month, you know, for, you know, Aristocrat probably does 200 a year. And they're doing probably 30, 40 a month just because it's changing over so fast. So there's so much more content coming down from the iGaming. You're going to start seeing that drop into the land base. And then now you got AI coming in. That's another you know, buzzword right now that's really kind of hitting every part of our lives. And of course in gaming as well too. So,
how does AI play out with Novomatic?
Yeah, we're looking at stuff like that through our iGaming platform, and obviously you're going to start seeing some of the how we do our business. Well, obviously AI adds a lot of intelligence to what you can do, and you know, if you got the tool, why not use it? So we're using it limited, but we are starting to, you know, look at how that can help our business, and everywhere we're doing business. So,
anything else folks should know about Novomatic Americas?
You know, the one thing I think I said it last year, the team that we have, not only. You know, it's a family company. You got the Groff family, and then they're just a family, and that's how they run the company. You know, you're treated as family. You're not treated as employees as much. So we've got a great team, obviously, on the Austrian side. We bring that same mentality here to the U.S. side. So I think the difference we have is our people, and that always helps. So we're not high pressure. We can use things that we have, such as our resources, financial resources, our products, and all that we can do to help you grow your business, because you're making money, we're going to make money. And that's kind of how we do. We want to be the best partner we can be with you guys and with all our customers and see if we can grow together.
We're at G2E, where everybody wants to display their newest and their best. What are some of the must-sees at your booth this year?
Well, I think there's, you know, from the Novomatic side, you got to see we got a great new group of cabinets coming out. We've got a new Royal. It's an 85-inch screen. It seems that everybody's going bigger and better. So we got one game that's got 3 43-inch screens on it. Those cabinets, from game titles, you got to come see our Irish Locks, our Irish Grace, the Thunder Cash X and Thunder Cash Gold themes. Those are our newest link, where you can link any one of them anywhere in the casino together, different themes together, so you can grow your progressive through that. The Apex, as I mentioned, that's one of the companies we are now distributing. They have a game coming out that's called Diamond Link. That one's really got us excited. It's one of the most popular games on the iGaming side. So it's really the first big title we dropped from the iGaming side into the land-based, and that's exciting. It's got a different concept on a progressive. You go into free spins. Every free spin you win, or you respin until you win. So little different tweaks on that really excite the online player, and see if that we can drop that down here. And then the other one is, everybody in the casinos now, they don't want to just have, Diamond Link online. They want to have it online and in their casino, or they want the Diamond Link that's on their casino to be online. So if they have an online system, they want to be able to, you play Diamond Link in your property, you go home, you play Diamond Link at your home. So a lot of people are starting to ask more and more, why don't we get more of your online games into the land base, and vice versa? So that's something we're looking at as well. So.
Good. Well, we'll look forward to being there and seeing that.
All right.
Rick, thank you very much.
Thanks for the interview. Thanks for having us again.
It's a pleasure.